They should have just taken 2 to 3 provinces. Spielberg would have easily pieced out for that and gone and grabbed the rest of their cores. Like, he waited so long to get the rest of his cores from Bukhara. He didn't even take all his cores from Bukhara.
You guys are back on stream, by the way. Feel free to talk. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna take a piss. I'm literally already standing, but more like just won't shut up. He keeps talking.
Is the save soon up?
I have to make up for missing last week.
The possibility of QQ Uncon. But we knew it wouldn't happen because he just played to fight. He didn't play to remain in the game. He didn't play to...
I mean, if anyone of the 3 had made some sort of deal with him after seeing how well he was doing, he could have survived. He was playing with the hopeful angle of someone realizing...
No. He was playing to cost us as much as possible.
If Timurids had just made a deal and got his cores and then become QQ's ally, QQ could have easily beat Georgia and Mamluks.
Before this session started, he said he's gonna int his nation into Timmy. Like, he made it clear from the start, his only purpose was a personal dispute with Satya. It has nothing to do about the game, it's just he wanted to fight the person playing Timmy.
Timurids never sent him... Like, he basically outright said, if Timurids had sent him a peace deal for 2 to 3 provinces...
I sent him a peace deal for 3 provinces. He didn't accept that.
Well, he could beat you easily. Timurids was the only one that was really dragging out the war and making it unfavorable for him.
I had the best army of every nation.
You also had the least number of troops.
Yes, that's true.
Like, quantity at this point in the game is super significant. France with 10k but 5 morale isn't gonna beat a Castile of 60k.
Yeah. But he lost. Shame.
It only took 4 players? Or was it more?
Yeah, but it wasn't really 1 versus all of us. It was kind of 2 because you funded him.
Well, no, it was because everyone occupying him made him go bankrupt faster, and you guys had much more mercs and manpower because there was just more of you. Like, I think if Timurids had pieced him out...
Okay, hold. If you think this was him fighting alone, that's ridiculous.
Oh no, I funded him.
Yeah, and Roswy fought with him.
Did Roswy invade Mamluks?
No, he invaded the Rasids.
Yeah. He kept the Rasids, which were the elite troops of ours. And he fought me.
Rasids has 3 ideas. Rasids troops are garbage. His manpower and 10% ICP. Oh, I guess he has the morale unlocked.
And he has the religion.
They start with 10% ICP.
Yeah, he's Shia, and he...
So what's his myth? What was his mysticism at? Also, did he just agree to become your vassal and then leave?
Yes.
Thunder banned.
Bruh. What is wrong with you people?
Because I got inted by
They're
8
salty
different
fucks.
people, dude.
They're salty
That's not
fucks.
the point. Like,
They gank other people,
Like,
and then I got attacked.
Look at wars and then realize when you need to stop investing.
I was playing for fun, but then people play to remove me. What? What's the point anymore?
Well, you are Mamluks. That's like typically what everyone around Mamluks does.
Yeah, but then...
It's like going Ottomans and then complaining you get crusaded.
But then I removed everyone around me and more people spawned in.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo. Scannerback still not working.
You know, had it just been the people around me attacking me, you know, like Ethiopia, Tunis, AQ, and Ottomans, whatever. I mean, that's expected. But me killing 5 players and then a new player arriving with the sole purpose of costing me cash and wasting my time. What's up with that?
You mean QQ?
Yes.
I mean, 1, you had like 4 opportunities to kill him, session 1.
Yes.
We always reset people. you can be surprised about that.
I'm not surprised about that. I'm surprised about him. Okay. He wasn't gonna stay even if he won. Even if he won against everyone.
Because no one would fucking Diplo with him. Like,
It's a death war. Like, you can't blame him for going all out.
Yes, I can. Because
No,
he
you
had the
can't.
options to pick something
like
else.
I had to deal with the fact that Searheim.
No, he actually didn't
I
have
had
the
to,
option.
I had to deal with the fact that Searheim at the end of last session basically just
offered
put
him to just
forts
play Mamluks for me.
everywhere.
I mean, you guys attacked him from every side. Like all his neighbors invaded him. So
What's the point? What trying to say?
I'm trying to say that first of all, like it wasn't really a given that he would hang out for 20 years. And another thing, he didn't have any choice than to just death war, right? At that point.
No, he didn't.
Like if you guys are going to hackbox against him, then like
But more than
Do it
7 days
efficiently.
before this session, he made it clear that he wasn't interested in Diplo. He wanted to destroy the team.
wanted to what?
Yeah, he wanted to become.
So let Timmy
He wanted to
die.
become Persia.
Why do you have?
Why are you surprised that people have expansion plans?
Like, what do you expect him to do? Like, just stay QQ and...
Do you expect him to
But
do
I
what I
offered
did, which
him
is
to
just
play
pretend
something
I
else.
don't have expansion plans, and then kill you later? Because that's why I did this Searheim, poor Searheim. I kept giving him advice on the Timurids War, and then finally just killed him.
You're just mean, Orna. Just,
Yeah, you abused the newcomer.
Is it a user abuse? Finally?
Wait, what the
Kazakh,
fuck? I have 55
Kazakh is
income?
the. Freddy actually trolled me. Kazakh keeps deving, so I can't keep it under the March limit of 25%. Like, I'll get it under, and they'll be like, inefficient March. Because
I mean,
they'll
you're
dev
gonna
like 3 or
eventually.
4 times.
I assume you're gonna be more efficient with expanding than Kazakh. So,
By the way, don't you think that the award for the least defensive border would go to Delhi? You just need to take
No.
2 farmlands forts, and he's completely cut in 2.
But that's just counting force. You're not counting the Diplo.
Is it Farmlands Fort? I think it's a Farmlands and a Hill Fort.
It's
the Bengal
Jaunpur
player-
and Agra. You can just walk straight from
I
Muvar
don't
to...
care about all that shit in the south. That's garbage land.
But
that's
by
like
Santic,
the
by
best
Santic.
land there is, man. What the fuck you on about?
Bengal
That
is
shit
one
in the
giant
Doab node, it's all farmlands.
wall.
No. I'm talking about. No, you.
I mean,
split
they
Agra
are
and
allied to each
Jaunpur
other, but-
split
Yes,
Agra
and
Jaun-
Bengal has done this 3 campaigns in a row.
But Agra
Yeah.
and Jaunpur split my best land off from my worst land. So obviously
Oh,
I
that's
keep
what you
my
mean. Yeah,
troops
but
in the
that's
north.
also your most defensible land.
True. But really, the only person who could do that would.
I
be
mean, yeah,
Lahore.
Lahore
Bengals are
is
not in a
farmlands.
position to do that.
Actually,
He'd have to go through Jaunpur to get to Agra first.
Bengal's out of manpower.
Yeah, so am I.
Yunnan is
Yeah,
out
but
of
Jaunpur and
manpower.
they are both farmlands, so I mean it's just easy,
Hong Kong has a lot of manpower.
easy
The
pickings.
thing is, that to go to the Jaunpur fort, he has to funnel through a single reinforcement province in Gajapur, because the fort's around Jaunpur. Which is high risk.
I mean,
if
no, he
I
doesn't.
have-
He can just go through Gorakhpur as
Is that
well.
actually?
Yeah, because it's neighboring 2 forts, so
Yeah, that's true. But it's still a harsh choke point to funnel all your troops through when you're outnumbered.
in
believe my-
Italy, Pope
I
is
believe
doing
my force
fine.
limit's much higher.
Naples is dead. Savoy expanded a bit. Venice, I don't think. Actually,
No, he
Venice
has
got
64
has a
forces
gold
as well,
mine.
He just doesn't have the troops up.
Yeah, Venice did a great expansion into Austria, I think.
Yeah, they actually have the gold mine.
He
They're
got
probably
He got some land in Alexandria as well.
yeah. He's making sick money right now, to be honest. Actually, Florence as well, 40 ducats. Even Pope is not making that much money. I mean, actually, the Italians just like are making way more money than France, which is actually kind of surprising to me. I thought they would
Even
be.
Pope?
Even Pope is making 30 ducats, so that's not that bad.
Ah,
Oh,
Well, Skanderberg finally works.
Yeah, I thought they would be still dirt poor, to be honest. I mean, Venice is actually pretty rich from the start, but still, it didn't really expand except right now. So did you guys go by nation, or was it just random talk about everything?
We talk totally randomly.
just as
Mostly
I
Asia
thought.
though, so.
Yeah, we mostly talked about shit we know.
God, imagine talking about
Which
things you know.
surprisingly, with me and China and Morlock and India,
Yeah.
it was China and India. Shock.
But think about how limiting yourself you are when you're just talking about stuff you know.
Well, we
I
can talk
don't
about
see
how
that.
we can talk about how France is Hong Kong has a 17 weighted average monarch.
Yeah, but that, to be fair, that's he keeps re-electing.
Yeah. I mean, he's a republic.
And it's
What's his
scuffed because if you
tradition
go,
right now?
yeah, but he has
He's
one
66,
plus
so
one
it's still
at the
pretty
end.
decent. And
Oh,
his
he has
current
that, yeah.
ruler is 39.
Bohemia has 14.44, the best number for this game.
Is yeah, that is starting leader still.
Let's actually go like by nation, okay?
Actually, no. What the fuck?
It's a 663 Polobrad.
Yeah, but inaugurated in '98, so it isn't the one he starts with for the event.
Speaking of kings, what are the
So Japan
dynasties
actually is
look like?
starting to get ideas. He did manage to reach admin tech 7.
Doesn't look like anyone
I
has
mean, he's
spread
still
their
2
dynasty.
IDs though.
Yeah, he's...
Oh wait, no, the Jagalians are on the Polish and the
Yeah.
Lithuanian.
Yep.
The
Could be
allies
fun.
still.
Like, there's still 2 ideas. Like, it's Japan, so it's pretty good.
He
Do they have
took
both
the
on
ideas, right?
Hosokawa?
Oh, he's still Uesugi actually.
Yeah, which is better.
Yeah. I thought he was Hosokawa for some reason. But yeah.
It doesn't have the gold mines yet, though. Income is pretty good.
Well, the thing is,
40 without the gold mines.
Lithuania doesn't need a shared dynasty to get a PU through mission. They just need the Teutons lands in Livonia. On top
Actually,
of that,
did
if they
the
conquer that, if they
Teutonic
conquer
War
that,
finish?
they can get a.
SMH, we're literally talking about Japan and income small.
Yeah, like Morlock keeps derailing
You
conversation.
guys transitioned after mentioning the dynasty.
No, you mentioned it.
SMH
Yeah.
fake
Yeah,
news
he's
one.
making 40 ducats.
Let's
That's...
talk about something other than Asia. Tries to shift the conversation,
Like
gets
Japan,
rejected.
yeah. Like, Japan is not in Asia, clearly, it's an island. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
And Korea, it's ruled by an American Turk, so it's clearly not Asia as well.
True. It's my son.
Yeah, like, look at his general, suck mom.
How did Korea get Beijing anyways after the Wei War? I would.
I mean, probably the player on typing Heavenly Kingdom got outplayed. I mean, this just happens. I heard
Truth. What the fuck do you guys
he
expect
probably
me to do?
he probably thought Beijing was like that tongue or something, knowing him.
What the fuck do you expect me to do? I had a truce. The truce break? Actually, I could have.
Yep.
No, I was filling out admin IDs.
Is yeah, Korea and Japan. Actually, Sichuan is also allied to the Korea. And Korea is doing pretty okay. He has almost finished like halfway through economics.
But yeah,
The problem
Korea,
is,
Heavenly
yeah.
Kingdom and Hong Kong create a trifecta. They could bully everyone else out of China.
but Heavenly Kingdom is not allied to Korea.
Rival to
Korea is
Korea,
currently
yeah.
allied to Sichuan.
Yep.
And
I mean, it's actually
Like, to be fair, Szechuan broke with me because it was AI.
yeah. He should have set up his
I still think you killed
settings
him.
though.
Yeah, that's everybody thinks I kill him. But that's people have been saying that since his fucking start.
Maybe
Korea is still not making money from gold because of the autonomy and production. And he
it's
has
not a
only one
state.
loan.
It's a territory. G'day.
He makes 0.5 from it.
It's
Yeah,
a
but he could be
territory.
making like 8.
Yeah, way more.
If he just stayed it
Yeah, if
already,
he
it's
had
double.
the gold mine at full, he would be like pretty okay, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I make more.
Yeah.
Mine's 2 less
Right,
now.
if he cores it, it's down to 23.4 autonomy.
Yes, he still needs to dev it anyway, but he has
But
the
it's-
mana for it, to be
It's
honest.
wrong religion, wrong culture. Not good for gold mine.
Craig, for the meme, when I get close to being a theocracy, should I go Buddhist? I mean, you still have karma for
you wanna
5%
go Buddhist?
disc.
It's
So I don't-
there's no negative thing, right? So
You The negative is that you only get the half bonus. Like I think it's Diplo.
Yeah, but it's better
Rep.
than what it used to be.
So it's like the main downside is not having guaranteed 5% disc, but then I have the reform that gives 5% disc.
I mean,
So
only
like
if you become. Oh wait, actually, are you gonna?
and I
get the
gain
root
and
then?
I gain 5%. I gain 15% morale because Vajana
Vajana.
has 5% and then 10% from the Theocracy reform. Well, I'll get 10% morale anyways for being Theocracy.
Hong Kong is making only 20 decas from trade, which is like only about twice as many as Heavenly Kingdom. So
I mean,
not that
he's
much.
getting my trade, you know. So
Yeah, but so you're making more money than him by 10. So I don't think that's how it's
My
supposed to
income's
go.
a bit awkward because I did about 30 minutes before the session ended. I finally did the culture swap to Punjab culture.
he's making much more money. Are you
So-
gonna go job? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, well, I mean,
What
No,
what else would I go? I could have contested Nepal, but going.
oh, actually,
Punjab
Protestant isn't respawned. I didn't even notice.
Going Punjab, I think, is easier than going Nepal as John Ford.
Yeah, it's a good tag.
You already have a bunch of core land over there. And it's also, like, the ideas of Punjab are really good.
Yeah, Punjab is good, right? If I remember correctly.
10% morale, 5% disc, 20% manpower.
Did
And
Yunnan do anything this session?
More like,
Mhm.
wouldn't you make just more money if you switch your trade for it?
Uh,
Your main
does-
trade to Lahore.
Does going Punjab not switch? I swear going Punjab did.
I mean, it moves your capital.
Maybe,
to-
but you've had this land for a while.
But I've also
You-
left dip points. Like I'm
Okay.
2
Oh, yeah, you're behind.
dip behind, and I did culture
Oh, damn.
conversions as well as annexing vassals. So it's like, and besides, I just finished annexing all of Lahore, like 10 minutes before the session ended.
Okay.
I agree with you. Lahore is definitely gonna make me more money when I switch over to there. But Sirhind still existed up till like 10 minutes before the
Right.
session ended. Because last session before he left, he put forts in every fucking province that had rough terrain he possibly could. So it was just me sitting on the land sieging it for like an hour.
What?
That's why I have no manpower, because I spent all sieging.
So did Yunnan
But-
expand in any way this session,
Yes.
Gradiax?
Yeah. He took
What?
stuff from Daifiat.
He Tonkin. I think I pointed out in the mid-session
okay.
break, the Tonkin Bay incident.
Yeah, they took 3 provinces from Daifiat, and then gave 1 back to Hong Kong. I don't know.
The one that has the most death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now Tonkin is vassal, so
I guess he's not doing that bad with the gold mine.
I at the end Hong Kong, like, what the fuck is this split? And then he said it's gonna be better. And then this is what happened. So I'm not sure if this is much better, to be honest, but okay.
I mean, as long as it's a vassal, it's fine, but after... Look at the border.
No, I believe, doesn't the province left of the vassal connect to Hong Kong? So they could do a double helix and have Hong Kong take the west side of Angkor and Yunnan take the east coast.
Oh
But
god.
that would be so terrible.
I mean, they could. But I would literally declare war on both of them if they do that, just for the border gore.
You should have just kept Canton. It's such an easy win.
I mean, to be fair, Alex got pretty fucked with it, because he sold
Yeah.
it to me, and then it got a level 2 center of trade, and then I sold it back to him, and it became a level 1 center of trade. Of the original level 3, which is... I feel kind of bad about that. But then again, I only now can pay off my loans, so...
Angkor is
Imagine
like
having
a
debt.
sleeper power kind of. He is almost finished with ideas
Makes you bring up
overall.
the question,
Who's
how
the
many-
sleeper power?
Angkor.
Yeah, Angkor it's a good tag.
Yeah, and
He
he's
has a good income and he
yeah.
has a lot of troops ready to go. I think
And
that's
I think
one
if
thing
he
underrated.
got like Malacca, he could move to. He's in annexing
He's
Patani.
allied to Brunei.
He's also
Is-
the next manpower, you know. So
Yeah.
Right now, Encore could win against literally everybody around him.
Psst, don't look at my professionalism.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's 34.
Oh damn! It's almost as if he was preparing for something. Eventually.
He can win against pretty much anybody, I think.
Yeah, the problem is he has like only Brunei as an ally, which is nice for naval, and I guess money.
Which
But
is
for-
important.
You don't know all the true secret deals I might have.
Yeah, I mean, Bengal and I are both in a situation where we've expanded a lot, but we need to spend some time to finish
Alright,
ideas and stuff. So there's no.
let's actually
reason
look
that
at
we would
Bengal.
not-
Oh, Bengal has all of his Fort Smoke Vault, and no truce with Angkor. Interesting, isn't
And
it?
he has 1k manpower. And he has a Regency Council, an extra
And-
Regency.
He's also not up to force limit either. Like we
Anyway,
both Bengal and I are out of manpower. So let's just do a hypothetical Bengal and I aren't friends moment here. We both out of manpower,
Hypothetical,
but
sure. Hypothetical.
well, I mean, we can't help each other. in
You have
wars.
the same,
Yeah,
exactly
but
the same
sure.
amount of ideas, by the way.
So we have same ideas, same split,
Wait,
same
Warlock,
tech.
why do you have 9 ideas?
Coring shit is expensive. I
Wait, but you
used
got all those
admin
Eat
mana.
good.
cores done.
No, I used admin mana to recore shit to do the culture swap. I spent like 600 mana.
Newar is a bit behind
Is that-
on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right play. Like,
I
Kirei is doing the
I'd
same
like
thing.
splitting it between the dip and admin because I'm average. If I had like my current air, which is 5 dip and 2 admin, I would have just done more dip switch. But I like it this way because catching up in the dip tech, I think
Alright.
staying ahead of time on dip tech is important. 20% trade efficiency is really strong.
I'm actually lagging behind.
And also, I can use the dip mana to dev up the gold mine.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so because you don't have enough.
to lag behind. Like, if you lag behind in dip low power, what do you lose out of military strength? Nothing.
Lots
Because
of
you're
money.
gonna money, but you're gonna
Money.
get more.
Yeah, so basically,
Like,
because
you-
Morlock doesn't have enough dip, he's dipping into admin. You get it?
But yeah, it's like
I
no
hate
one, no one immediately around me was
Like,
a
you
threat in
you
terms
save
of
90
admin
points.
ideas. So it's like
You save 90 points, and if you have wait until tech 9, you save 180 each tech. It's huge.
But the other reason to do the culture swap earlier is it meant I could actually state the vassals I annexed.
I mean, I
'Cause the
think
thing is, the best thing to do when doing a culture swap is you take a bunch of vassals like I did, annex them, and don't state them. Then their culture doesn't count against you. And
I
once
think,
you've culture swapped, I can state everything.
I think the ideal play as Jampur and Delhi, Jampur, is you culture swap to Nepal first, and then you form Delhi for the free course.
That takes way too long, is the issue.
Actually, it doesn't. That's literally you can do that in 15 years, basically. But it just
That's
it
a lot of
depends.
time in the early game. That's a
It-
full.
it
That's the
depend- it
full first
depends on
session.
it depends on if Bengal goes to for Nepal or not, basically. Which he did in this instance, so you couldn't have done it unless you fought Bengal. But I think that's theoretically the best play.
And also, I just like Punjab has great money making ideas. Like I think
Oh yeah,
I
Punjab
really
is
like
great.
money in the mid game. We don't play to the very end game where money is super irrelevant. So the 15% production efficiency and 10% trade efficiency is gonna be really powerful.
I mean,
in
yeah,
the
Punjab
mid-game.
ideas, even if you ignore the money making ideas, they're not bad. You have like
You're
morale, I
losing
think.
compared to Nepal. You're losing 25% force limit and what was it? 10% ICA.
Yeah, which is it's a lot. Let's not get it wrong, it's a lot, but they're not bad ideas. They have 10%
Mhm.
morale, discipline.
Well, 10% trade efficiency, 10% good produce, and 15% production efficiency makes you a lot more money. So
Yeah.
you make up for the lack of force limit just by going over force limit.
I think
And it's the
thing with
10%
Punjab-
ICA you can't really compare to anything.
I think the problem with Punjab is though, you need to commit early to a war. Like you need to use that money advantage to get mercs and stuff like that early,
Mhm.
which is hard to guess when is the right time. Like if you go too early, then you just fuck up, and if you go too late, you also fuck up. It's
I
it's
think
hard,
I've
but-
gotten really good at that though.
it's
You guys should stop talking about yourself all the time, by the way.
No, okay, well, fine.
But
I'll
can we
stop.
can we
You want
discuss
me to leave?
how
Fine, I'll stop
why is
and I'll play,
Lithuania not taking Livonia yet? Like they
I
get
don't know.
they unlock
no.
2 powerful PUCBs.
No,
No, they had some
Among
kind
Us.
of deal with Teutonic Order. Like Teutonic Order used to be in Prussia area.
Maybe you
Then
fucks want to join me with Among Us? The
I don't
same?
know in the game. Buy it
You
for
don't-
me.
It's a glorious game.
Man,
I know.
imagine.
The thing is, I've watched so many videos of it. It's one of those things where it's like, eh.
It's so much funner.
Yeah, but
than
imagine
play.
imagine if we played it though, like right now.
Like we're gonna play it right now. Let's go.
But then I'm not playing
This-
Blood Bowl.
Let's go. Which voice? Gaming voice? Gaming voice.
Freddy X, did you buy Blood Bowl?
No.
Blood Bowl was great.
Oh,
We should play Blood Bowl.
Anyway, bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
Blood Bowl's a good game. One of those games where you can. I hate it and would not recommend it to many people, but it's just super addicting to play.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing EU4, you're pretty much used to being frustrated with RNG.
1 hour matches, which is a huge time sink, with dice-based PvP. That is just a recipe for frustration.
Yeah, Timurids are so small right now because they were fighting all their neighbors like from the first session.
So Timurid's first session had to fight Ajam plus Sirhind and beat Ajam but lost to Sirhind. So they lost all of Afghanistan.
I mean, they won versus Ajam is saying much, to be honest.
They survived, which is
Yes,
a lot more than
yes.
many Timurids would have. So they effectively traded Afghanistan for survival, which was a good tactic. But then someone joined on Uzbek and took Bukhara from them.
Yeah, but
And
they are
Transons.
retaking it already, and they
Now
could.
that, but Ayaz Delhi came in and killed Sirhind, which means Timurids is recovering the Afghan land, at least some of it, and they also killed Uzbek.
Yeah, they're
didn't
already
show up,
building a
and I
fort,
killed it.
fort on your border in the mountains, which is pretty smart.
It's
and
not
they-
useful though if Mawar sides with me.
But will he?
One a bit more south. Actually,
I mean, he cannot
maybe-
side with you, to be honest.
Why can't?
Oh no, he's top 6, but probably not for long. I think he's going to overcome Lithuania pretty soon. So
Mawar actually. Oh damn! Fucking India popping off.
yeah, see, the guy in chat is saying that Delhi is going to dominate India, so probably Mewar and Bengal should just kill the man in the middle, right? Just easy split.
The awkward situation though is Mawar like conquering Persia is really good for Mawar, but if he goes for Delhi, he can't really conquer Persia. The same with Bengal. It's one of those things where it's like there's so many good options that's hard to say exactly what the correct option is.
Yeah, but
because right now everyone's just going for AI because there's low investment and good gain.
He can
Yeah.
also kill you and form Rajputana.
We both, everyone in India agrees Rajputana has a worse.
I'm actually surprised that right now Mewar has the biggest income out of all of India.
Yep.
Well, I mentioned that when I did the culture
Yeah.
swap. Like, look at my autonomy; it spiked in some of the places on the right.
Shouldn't it be like the average autonomy somewhere in here? I guess not.
And they
Oh, yeah,
get,
it's
like,
actually
68%.
Yeah, it's pretty high in some regions. That's true.
Like, I could give the land back to like Vaishnavas and make good money again.
All the hordes are
It's a good
dead.
plan.
Only Korea left.
Nagai is actually pretty strong position.
I mean, it has 8 income.
Considering its neighbors, Kazakh is my vassal. I'm not gonna. I might ask for like. I might like. If it was a player, I might ask to buy the two provinces, but I'm not gonna walk all the way fucking over there to kill a Nagai player. Timurids is the
Yeah.
only immediate threat then. Timurids is his
I
ally.
mean,
so if he
even
joins
Georgia
in,
is a
5
threat.
troops-
Even
Did you
Georgia is a
just-
threat
What?
to Nogai as if it became a
Oh.
player.
Oh, okay. I
What?
thought Delhi was calling Timurids a threat towards himself, and I was like,
No,
What?
I'm talking
No?
about. I'm saying if someone was to
sorry.
play Nagai,
I wasn't
Timurids
paying
is-
attention.
Georgia's also would be a problem, but I think Georgia would not be able to push out from the mountains.
I mean, it depends. how are the Nogai
Hello.
ideas? Yeah, they have economics finished, so.
Oh, actually, hello.
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 Hi, Gok.
Yes. What's up, man? You good? Was the session fun? I think it was fun.
Yes. I mean, some wars were kind of anticlimactic, like the French wars mostly. But
It was very
yeah,
fun
overall.
for me. I felt it was fun.
Yeah, what
Had some
about
fun,
turning
man.
Muslim? What about
Turning.
that?
Hey, wait. What do you mean turning Muslim? We never had a plan like that. That was all a ruse.
Manchu actually loses to Korea quite often, and Oirat usually does well, but not this time.
I was talking to both sides the whole entire time. I just had to pick one, and the Muslims were way weaker. So
Yeah, do we have some kind of trade deal going on with Hungary? Because I mean,
some kind of trade deal. They just got PTFO'd by us. What?
with Hungary, I mean,
Who? How?
trade deal.
Where am I? Who are you? How did they have a trade deal with Hungary?
You with Hungary.
Not really.
Oh, that's puts you in a.
We will make a trade deal soon.
I'm sure.
Yes, it will happen.
A trade deal of land for lives.
Ooh. That's not a trade deal though.
Wait.
That's just a deal.
So what was it I heard in the war between France and Castile about someone unconning when they weren't warlords?
Yeah. God.
I already put it in my notes about her gamer moment.
Yeah, I think it will win. Honestly, like it's hard to top.
So was Spain the target and England unconned?
Yeah, and England thought he was the target.
Yep, that was awkward. I was thinking that France truce broke, but like his stability is pretty high. But Kradiak is saying he truce broke, so it must be true, right? Wrong. Brunei doesn't have that many heavy ships, and actually it's not making as much money
at the
as
New World. The
I
New
think.
World is naked. What is
Yep.
Portugal doing?
Portugal was what, going into Africa?
Yeah, Portugal. Oh, actually, he lost the war versus Rosby, right?
Yeah, he lost the like.
Yeah.
Rosby is very strong.
Yeah,
Against who?
he's strong.
Against who?
Rosby. It's the
Rosby is a tag that has basically
Whoa.
twin ideas, but people in East Asia or East
25 gold from gold.
Well,
25 ducats from gold.
I had Portugal.
I didn't even see it, so I couldn't help it.
Who's the guy in a fucking conference hall? What?
In the bathroom. So I had Portugal get land in Morocco, since Morocco declared war on me, and I get some land too. Then after that, everyone ganked on me, and Portugal attacked on me.
Oh,
then after that, Portugal went bankrupt and asked me, "Wanna take over as Portugal?"
It was very funny. He'll be taking over as Portugal thing. I mean, I guess he didn't expect you to like keep playing as Naples. You know,
I mean, he didn't really fight against Portugal. It was just the rebels.
Yeah, dude,
the rebels fucked Portugal.
1599 DLC from Paradox. You kill the country itself, and then you gotta kill the rebels too. and it turns out it's harder than killing the country itself.
Yeah, because you have to distribute the latest technology in military arms and arm every man, child, and woman with it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's their right to bear
I finally
arms.
have good rulers, so I guess I'll get close to my ideas.
Didn't you start as a republic?
Yeah, yeah, but we don't really talk about that.
I think the missions for Rosby aren't working as intended.
Are what?
The missions for Rosby Empire aren't working as intended, I think.
Oh, they're not there.
I see
That's
generic
true.
missions when I select them.
They're supposed
nothing.
to have missions.
Yep.
Like a mission that colonizes 2 provinces to Congo.
Yep, that would be kind of useful for them right now. Was it one province?
I think it was 2, maybe it was just 1.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get out of this voice chat. I'll join the Among Us thing later, if they're ever gonna play.
I'll make food. See ya.
Yes,
Yeah.
see ya.
Rosby, yeah, is making a lot of money and is pretty strong in all kind of ways.
To fully play out the Portugal. So Portugal did the thing where they invade North Africa and then South Africa waste all their mana, don't actually fill out their explore and expansion ideas, and are completely useless at colonizing the New World.
I mean, he's getting there through the ideas, but yeah, he's not at all.
I see a Friesland colony in the New World.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now Portuguese.
There's like 3 Friesland
Oh,
colonies.
and Savoy exile? No.
No,
Because he killed-
just
wait,
colonizing.
Switzerland exists.
Pope is colonizing, and the only
Switzerland
natives.
uncon to Savoy and-
Pope. Sorry. Yeah.
What
The
did
only
Savoy
natives.
take in the Swiss war?
2 provinces. Bern and
Okay, yeah, I see.
Waldstätte. Yeah, Roger is looking good because he has now no enemies basically. Mamluks are free land.
Also,
Ethiopia is free land.
If he vassalizes Mogadishu, he'll be able to reconquest Madagascar from the AI.
I mean, it's
and
not.
Have a vassal who will colonize.
Yeah, but colonizing vassal is so annoying. God, I hate it. I know it's like. Can be very annoying. I guess he's in a decent position because they like to colonize.
Like Mogadishu's filling in the South Africa, and if it will continue to do that rather than doing the shitty islands, that'll be amazing for him.
I'm not sure because like the way AI apparently colonizing works, it wants to colonize in areas that they can move trade from, and all the trade goes to Cape. So I'm not sure if they're going to continue colonizing there. Maybe they will, but it's hard to tell.
If they already did Cape, I think they'll keep doing Cape.
Yeah, I think there's a decent chance that they will.
I mean, it's probably worth it just for Madagascar.
Yeah, for sure.
The expansion.
Fair amount of death. Mali is making decent money as well. 50 ducats almost.
Yeah, Mali gets a nice Phoenix recovery with Morocco getting ganked.
Yeah, I think he won versus Morocco before, so it's not that surprising. But he's very much behind on ideas, just to...
Yeah, he's allied to...
okay in tech
really, there's no
for
threat
Africa.
of invasion for Mali, because Portugal's so far behind.
Yeah, he's actually kind of slow on conquering the Sahel, though, don't you think?
He's also allied to Portugal.
Are you talking about just West Africa in general?
Yeah, I mean, he has like half of it.
Now that it's session 3, yeah, but one thing we tend to see from West Africans, which is a huge mistake, is conquering all of West Africa really fast, like in the first session. West Africa in total has like 600 dev, and if you look at like the majors, France has hit 785, Delhi's hit 657, no one else has hit 600. So it's all AI, it's really easy to conquest, but it costs so much mana, and you start behind at 2-2 tech, that you will set yourself behind for the rest of the game.
Yeah, actually that's a fair point. Once you like secure the entryways to Sahel, you can just take your time, to be honest. Good point.
You conquer the gold mine immediately, you possibly rush the coast to cut it off from Portugal or someone else, but most people don't want the east parts of West Africa, so you're pretty safe to take that slow. You just vassal feed it, and you take your time. I think you're building up your tech and consolidating your trade node of Timbuktu is generally the 2 most important things.
What else?
At the start of the game.
If you're not expanding into the east?
Once again?
That's the only place you're expanding to, and you just need to pace yourself. Because again, it's 600 dev total. Look at the top 2. Only the top 2 nations in the game have been able to take that much, and only France of the 2 is pretty much perfect on mana, like tech and ideas.
You're saying that conquering it fast is bad because it'll set you behind in tech, but isn't it easier to go when you're really behind to get back into it before that you're behind on the institution?
If you're left alone, there are rebound mechanics which give you some nice discounts, but the problem is you'll just be dead.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you're spending, like, I think Mali starts with 100 dev, so that's 5,000 admin mana coring everything. Or maybe you can have some vassal feeding and have it be a bit less and spend some dip points.
Yeah, and I mean,
you start behind. That's the issue. If Mali started with 333 tech and feudalism, they could race and do it quite well. But starting behind that tech is a huge. That's 600 mana of each type that you start behind in. And then
yeah,
you're
and I mean,
also
look
generally
at
debbing
the current
first
Mali.
2 institutes.
The current Mali has like half of the area right now, and he's still like has 2 ideas. So that's still not like racing ahead.
But except for Rosby, he has no natural allies anymore. Enemies, I mean.
I mean, even if
Yeah,
he's
now he's pretty safe. But typically, if Mali's over aggressive, a Portugal or Spain or
Morocco.
England will come in, or even Morocco will come in, and they don't necessarily care about the far east side of West Africa, even though it has some of those dyes. They want the 3 gold mines.
Yep, and once you lose the gold mines, it's pretty much GG for you. Inca
That's
is
the best part of the 3 gold mines are basically
yeah,
the
right
best
next to each
part
other.
of that Africa, so you just take them, you sit on them, and you spend your mana diligently and efficiently, rather than conquering everything. Especially because you generally, as you said, there's no one that's immediate threat to him, and no one's gonna go conquer the land unless the Songhai is slotted. You're not in a race to eat the land.
Yeah, good point. Inca is doing fine for native. He's actually got a fairly good setup of natives over here, so he will be able to reach the Atlantic coast pretty soon. Maybe he will make a deal. Mayans are still only have 1 reform. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pope
the Pope is expanding towards them.
Yeah.
And
That's a lot of miners that are gonna take over
yeah,
the New
it's
World,
Savoy,
which is
Friesland, and
a
Pope.
large benefit to anyone playing Aztec, Maya, or Inca.
Yeah, but Aztec like dropped and he got really wrecked.
14 corruption, the AI
Yeah.
bankrupted. And
He got
lost
really
his
wrecked by
progress.
AIs.
How much progress did he lose?
Progress to what?
Reform progress?
He is reformed. Like,
Did he finish getting all 5 reforms?
yeah, he has. Wait, no, he doesn't have 1. And yeah, he doesn't have like. It's like 1 vassal, I think. Yeah. And it's actually pretty huge.
Yeah, but he should be by this time. I mean.
Yeah, but he was dropping like for half the
so
session.
He missed the first 15 minutes, and in that time, the AI chose to bankrupt. His vassals revolted, and he probably got a doomsday, which would have dropped some reforms. So,
yeah, and then he dropped later on as well.
Okay. Well, I believe you would call that a rage quit, because his nation was effectively set so far behind from missing that first 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's possible. True, fair.
He said he missed the first 15 minutes. Did he miss the 15 minutes after we actually went into
Yeah.
So
I think it like
effectively yeah. So he was 30 minutes late.
Ah, that sucks.
Fair.
So Maya's gonna be the dominant Mesoamerican.
How are Mamluks actually looking in game? They have okay income still.
They bankrupt.
Yeah. They should be out of bankruptcy this year. They have quantity only.
I called a crusade on him for the next time.
Yeah, I think like Mamluks are in worse state than QQ was when Spielberg took it over. So, and like QQ was in a better position in a lot of ways, because now Rosby is coming from the south. Europeans are coming from the north. It's looking really bad.
Yeah.
AQ is probably going to collapse. Actually, maybe not. The vassal is still royal, surprisingly. Wait. Oh, it's showing Hungary for some reason. Something is probably borked.
I wanted to join in on the fights that they had with Hungary and Florence and everyone and Venice, but I had a truce due to a fake war that I misclicked.
Oh, okay. Georgia is doing fine out of Georgia, and I guess Timurids are the only ones that are still fairly okay from this whole Muslim block over here.
Timurids is in a fun little spot because if you look at the Great Powers list, I believe you mentioned it before, Mawar's number 6. So there's a very short window where Delhi and Mawar can work together to even fight the Timurids, and if
Why
Why
you're
do you
talking
need
about
to?
yourself in
You
third
can
person?
both
yeah,
win
you can both win
on your own.
solo. But once Mawar gains that land, then none of the Indians can ally each other. And if you look at it in
No, you
terms
can
of
ally.
diplomacy right now, well, no, because the way the rules are, we can be allied, which
You
gives
can
us a
defend.
non-aggression
Yeah,
pact,
but who is
they
the
can't-
threat?
I mean, any alliance block that ganks them. Like, imagine if Yunnan, Angkor, and Hong Kong worked against Bengal. Like, Angkor alone can probably 1v1 Bengal, and he could pull 1 or 2 allies.
Yeah, especially
and
right
Bengal
now.
has 0.
If the Chinese and
alliance between Bengal
Indochina
and Delhi
unite,
has effectively done a non-aggression pact. But at the same time, if Bengal doesn't get new allies soon, and he has to drop Mawar, he's in the most awkward position. Because Angkor and Yunnan combined could
because
probably
China
actually
and
take one.
Indochina are real threats. Meanwhile, Timurids are not really that strong.
Those are probably gonna get attacked by.
Mawar and I are in a safer position. I'm tucked between the two of them.
Yeah, you have the most
But if
awkward
Mawar
expansion.
becomes number 5, then they can't work. They'd have to do separate wars. Mawar only has the Timurids and I as borders.
But you can like realistically expand into Timis, I guess, with the one province for now, and into the hordes, which is not that great. Do you have even access to the south? I guess you kind of have.
Yeah, well, it's like if I invaded Bengal, that are you talking about?
No, you can go through Orissa. I mean, into Bahmanis.
Oh yeah, I mean I haven't really done it.
Yeah,
I'm probably my
that would piss off them.
plan is mainly just get to Punjab, just fill out eco, because the effect.
Yeah,
of just
you could
filling
use
out
some.
those
You could
ideas
use
will
some.
be very strong.
You could use some
There's
peace
no
time.
need to really this dev. There's no real need to rush to expand into anyone.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
I
fair.
said, the situation, patience in this situation, and diplomacy is going to come into play in India because lack of the ability to defend each other means we have to do Diplo outside the region or get ganked. And there's a severe possibility if Bengal, Mawar, I get bankrupt ward, that the other two would invade.
Just swoop in. And you like managed to put
because
yourself
we just simply can't ally each other to help each other. Like you'd have to lose a significant amount of land to be able to help each other, and letting the other person die for free, and giving up all that land, like say Angkor and Yunnan gank Bengal. If Bengal doesn't drop Baleen number 5, I can't defend him, and he's just gonna keep getting invaded. And just letting them have all that land is a huge detriment. So we'd have to come up with some way of like invading through Tibet, or
And yeah, even like losing one war could be they could border gore Bengal in such a way that next wars would be trivial, even with your help.
And Timurids, therefore, are in a pretty safe position because they're not going to be invaded from the west. If Mawar invades them, Mawar no longer has any allies.
Yeah, they're in okay
I could
position.
invade them, but at the same time, I'm in a position where if I invade them, I could maybe release Transox as a vassal and feed that. I can't pour land
it's very
I won't
awkward.
catch up on eco ideas. And I'm behind in Diptac, so doing a subject WoW would be okay, wouldn't be perfect.
Yeah, and the trade goes nowhere from your point of view because like there's no way you could
I'd have
capture
to conquer all of
Persia.
Persia.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
not really an option.
owning all of Samarkand wouldn't be bad either, because then I could collect there. Like, move my trade hub to Lahore and collect in Samarkand, because I already own 30% of it because of Kazakh.
Yeah, but like Timmy's own like one trade center in there, so fighting them for that seems like might be. You can like move it anyways.
Timurids can appear less appetizing to Delhi and Mawar. He doesn't have immediate Western threat. Even if the guy's slotted, the guy would try
no
to
one's.
move Timurids.
There are better options than the guy. Like even Mamluks are better option, I think.
Yeah, well, my Mux definitely, but I'm like, I think Nagai for anyone who doesn't want to take up major is pretty safe pick. Like just
I
you work
guess,
with
I guess.
Timurids, you eat. I've already invaded Bukhara. You can probably eat the rest without me carrying. Because like the problem with invading more of that land up north is I have to send my armies up there.
Yeah, and that's.
And I don't really want to own that land. Like
I mean,
like
to be honest,
vassal
if you
feudal.
are in your troops are in like Nogai, Bengal could invade and capture like 5 forts before you even got back. It would be faster to like disband your armies and re-recruit them in the south, which is very like not a thing you really want to do.
I took Kazakh because it was basically uncontested and it's really
Yeah. I mean, it's just land you can take, so you just take it.
And
the
it was
gold
on the
mine
way
is
to
nice.
taking a gold mine.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the reason I didn't want to use all dip mana because I want to put some dip points in that gold mine.
Let's keep going. Lithuania is out of the Muscovy war. They're bankrupt again. Actually, out of the bankruptcy in next month. They are a great power, surprisingly, and they're just behind
They're the
Hungary.
only thing between Mawar and his alliances.
Yep. They are going to be growing as well.
Maybe they could do. Can they see Asia, or can Asia see them?
No, I cannot check
would be
on.
some sort of. That would be some sort of fun if something like Timurids or someone in Far East Asia paid Lithuania off to drop their great powers.
Yeah, but like I cannot check that right now because the save is busted. The Terra Incognita is not showing up.
Made my own save.
Yeah, I would have to restart the game.
Trediax can see Perm. I think it's only really Timurids that can see Lithuania from people who might be interested in Bengal. Yeah.
Yeah, but Lithuania needs like 20 years of peace, but I think they could get it. I'm not sure what's the deal with Teutonic Order moving north, then like fighting some wars versus Poland that were like fake wars, but something
Go to Prussian
happened.
culture and look who has primary culture Prussian.
Oh yeah, well that's.
Poland
that's
is forming Prussia.
I mean, it's an upgrade, but
it's not that much of a one
yeah.
comparatively.
Yeah, like
the main advantage I would say is just being in a better culture group. If he does invade
that's true.
the HRE.
That's true. He gets all of this potentially.
Yeah, for Empire rank, which is really nice.
Okay, but how is Poland doing overall?
The type of deal they could have done though would have had Teutons go Prussia, then go. What's the one that you can form up there? That's a colonizer nation.
I don't think you can. Oh, Courland. Yeah, Courland.
Courland, yeah, form Courland and then form another Prussia.
It doesn't show up right now because probably he's wrong. He needs to be Latvian,
then they
probably.
Could have 2 Prussias.
Of course, as many Prussias. Like, you should have like 10 Prussias, and
then
Lithuania.
It wouldn't have been that hard for Teutons to do it either because he had the move anyways.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan for Teutons is right now. They are still allied to Lithuania. And, yeah. They were planning to exile, which would be pretty cool, but England pretty much stopped their plans.
I mean, England won't be able to stop them.
Right now, yeah. Well, not when they're out of the game. But he's, I think, too much behind the other colonizers at this point.
6 years away from Norway being...
And he doesn't have even the ideas for exploration, anyways.
Though he picked up eco, but hasn't done invested, so he could easily swap over.
Yeah, but like...
But he's behind in the race. Denmark would have to sell him islands.
And Denmark is going colonizing as well, so he's not really interested in that.
Oh. Everyone's going... That's actually really scary, because that means France is relatively uncontested.
Yep.
Until he gets to Poland and Hungary, there's no one who can threaten him.
I mean, the Italians altogether are... I guess let's check their force limits.
Savoy went Explo. Florence went...
Yeah, but Savoy is ally of France.
Papal went Explo. Is Venice... Venice is behind on ideas. But he looks like to be the only one going quality eco other than... Yeah, Switzerland went defensive.
Yeah, Tuscany is going Pluto. That's an interesting move.
None of them have the pure meta quality eco combo. Except for Venice.
I mean, they can, like, maybe with help of Hungary, maybe the Italians could
Well,
put up
Burgundy
a
is
fight.
France's ally and will grow, so he will. If there's any resistance against France, it will be slaying as a.
Yeah, I
case
think that slaying, like, in the long run, he's going to use the next 100 years to grow big, and then
Yeah.
turn on France eventually. Like, I don't think.
I mean, there's a lot of dev to integrate between his two subjects, which is always nice.
Yeah, and
it
he's going to
looks like-
get probably
and it
most
looks
of
like
England.
They have some sort of agreement where he gets a good portion of GB,
Yeah.
just based on the split currently.
I don't think like the slaying is going to stay allied. Maybe like
Well,
I
it
mean, he will
depends on
stay
what type
allied.
of
And
deal France gives. If France is giving him most of the Isles, Slang will be very invested into taking that all first before even considering betraying France.
yeah, I think
Like
he might.
France, if he's gonna conquer all of Iberia, basically has to give up the Isles.
Yeah, if slaying turns on France, then he will only do it once he's stronger, and he might actually do it. He's a decent player. It just needs a lot of time at this point, but he's safe allied to France, so that's one thing going for him. Hungary
Brunswick has quality eco, but he's allied to France. So like all the people,
Yeah.
the only non-French ally that's near France who went quality eco is Venice.
Yeah, but Venice.
I guess Castile did, but he's dead.
Yep. Hungary doing well with 3 gold mines. Actually, only 2. Wait, didn't he have 3? He missed the. Oh yeah, he missed both Austrian and Bohemian gold mines.
Brunswick got it. I wonder, will we see Westphalia or into Hanover from Brunswick, or just
like Hanover has better ideas, right? I think.
Hanover definitely has better ideas.
Yeah, and he only
but
needs Tech 10
he's
at this
already
point.
He converted everything to Westphalian.
He would need a few more provinces, but that's actually achievable for him. It's his vassal. Yeah, but he's an HRE prince. He's not that strong, to be honest. He's weaker than the Italians. He would need a bunch of time as well to just... Actually, I'm not even sure what he would need to do to become, like, yeah,
In
somewhat
my game,
important.
it was have Thunder kill all the other majors.
Yeah,
In
he's
this
just
game,
too much
he's
behind.
probably... Lithuania, he can probably have a stronger military than Lithuania, unless Lithuania is going Russia.
Yeah, but Lithuania is bankrupt and still is earning more than 10 decades. Lithuania is...
Please tell me it's not his... Oh no, he's still primary culture Lithuanian.
Yeah, he's doing some
That
strange
is
plays
pain.
in... He's going to become Russia, but he's going to be doing
It's
some
gonna
strange
be a
stuff.
heavy investment at this point, with everything he's conquered and stated.
Yeah, he's
You
diplo.
normally see people culture convert really early into the game to Ruthenian.
Yeah. There are a lot of
But he still has
culture groups over here.
Speaking of which, what is his accepted cultures? Did he accept? He's accepted to, yeah. Ryzan. Oh, he's gonna go Ryzanium.
Yeah.
Ryzanium.
3%.
Yeah, actually, he's pretty close. And like, as long as he stays allied to Poland, he's in a very much okay spot to just expand for the next 50 years.
Yeah, but he's gonna have a recovery and expansion phase. Sorry, just recovery phase.
Switzerland is super poor still. Kind of strange because he did expand a bit. He has a decent military because he managed to defeat France in several battles. I think he even stack wiped a few UK troops. Yeah, but only first idea in economics, going defensive.
Switzerland lost its unique reform.
Actually, I'm playing Switzerland and I actually stack wiped 18k.
18k, yeah. I thought.
What happened? What happened to your government?
Well,
he's no longer a republic.
Yeah, well, I wanted
Bankruptcy.
to stay republic, but then it turned to presidential dictatorship, and before I managed to get it above 50 republican tradition, he just died.
Yeah, but since you bankrupted anyways, you would have lost it at some point.
Yeah, and right now I'm thinking about
going to form Swabia, but staying with Swiss ideas. Because Swabia has
Yeah, you only need one more.
No, nothing actually. I just need
He's
to
already
car
culture
most.
converted.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs
Nice.
the tech, and he needs a province.
I already have Stuttgart. I just need to core it.
Core it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the problem is, do you have any like? Oh, you are allied to Poland, okay, and Denmark and Venice, but last time Poland didn't help you.
He did it, but it was okay. Like we talked this through, and I told him, "Don't help me because it's over, basically." But I'm still not sure about my existence.
I mean, you were just this far away from actually stop hitting Savoy away. Just one battle, or like a single
I was very
occupation.
close.
Yeah, you were like 49 with the war goal.
Yeah, but the
Super
problem
close.
is that I was just going bankrupt immediately. So.
Yeah, but it was a very good fight, to be honest. Like, you made France put more effort than England and Castile did, to be
Yeah,
honest.
so people told me this as well. But I did make a few mistakes, like assaulting a fort in Vat, I think it's called, or something.
Yeah, Valise.
Valise, yeah. So, and I lost like 50k because I wanted to cap it, because there weren't any troops around it, but then France came and...
Assaulting forts is extremely deadly.
I know.
If you got that fort, you would have pretty much won the war. But yeah, that's the problem with modern forts.
If he came like 5 days later, I would cap it, but it was too late. But yeah, I will say.
How is Burgundy doing, by the way?
You mentioned that when France, he's expanded into GB.
Yeah, but he's still rather poor, to be honest. Doing, I guess,
Burgundy, unless
catching up on
France
ideas.
Is generally relatively poor. He has none from Texas. Oh wait, no, I just can't read nines. I read it as 0.79. It's 9.79.
Yeah, I guess he's he needs some more years to catch up and integrate those
he's still only 200
Dutch provinces.
Dev, so he's making like, what is that? 0.1 ducat per day.
Yeah, he needs to dominate English Channel at this point to really make the money. And he probably will at some point.
He'll if he takes all of England's share right now, he'll still only be at like 30%. But I believe his trade cap is not there, so he could probably get to 50%. But with Friesland, Brabant, and Flanders taking over,
I mean, Friesland could be
he's not diverting
removed.
trade. Should be diverting trade.
Yeah, he's collecting
but
in
he can't
Champagne.
From personal unions. That's right. Personal unions cannot divert trade.
You should be annexing them pretty soon, right? I think.
Is Flanders? Flanders is an ally of Burgundy. Or sorry, Friesland is a ally.
Yeah, he's integrating them already. He should have one of them in 7 years and the other in 7 years as well, apparently.
So if he moves his trade capital, he grabs the 30% from there. So he can grab 45% extra, which will put him at 60, and then move his trade capital, which will change his modifier from minus.
Yeah, he will make a lot more money.
So he'll have like 70% of English Channel, which will make him good money.
Yeah. I wonder what his deal with France. It's going to be interesting to find out.
Yeah, there is the awkwardness though. I like to say this: English trade node is crap if all the colonizers die.
Yeah, but there's plenty of colonizers.
Because you make a lot of money from pulling from Ivory and Caribbean, but those have basically no inherent value at the moment. Nothing's being pulled from Far East Asia. That's typical and
yeah, I mean the colonizers are
under colonized.
It might start filling up pretty soon.
There's a severe risk that the New World nations just dominate the New World.
We shall see. Like no one exiled just yet, and I don't think it's worth for Papal State to.
Savoy was actually supposed to exile.
Yeah, but now he's fighting wars to take land from you, so...
Changed their mind probably after France just kicked Burgundy and others. Which is not a surprise. We even had a deal that he will sell me my course, but obviously this didn't go into effect because, well, this just didn't.
Now you have even more cores, so it's even better deal for you.
Well, yeah, but if I form Swabia, I will lose those cores in some
Oh,
time.
yeah, good point.
Well,
Francis-
right now I don't even see a way to get them back anyway.
Yeah,
Maybe
something
deal
would
with
need to change
France.
with France.
With your military quality, you could possibly convince France you're the better ally.
Maybe.
So that would likely involve swapping sides completely, which would make Venice and Poland hostile.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
I'm not sure if I want
I'd take France over Venice and Poland, to be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
France is in a good position.
It would probably be
switching-
more safe.
France is doing great,
it
obviously.
it also gives you the underhanded goal of trying to cut France off from the rest of Europe. Get your 4 cores, you're only, what, 3 provinces away from cutting France off from Italy completely?
But I'm also not sure if Brunswick doesn't plan to take me on later, and since he's a French ally, he might just say, don't ally him or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
and
the point.
with Savoy, they
Speaking
did
of
a lot of stuff.
Brunswick, he's currently has the aggro with a coalition formed against him.
Does he have a coalition, actually?
It's like 4 nations
It's
at the
4
moment.
nations, but there's a lot of AI that haven't joined it yet that could.
Well, I was
And
thinking
on
myself
top
to
of
join
that,
it.
Poland can join it. Venice can join it. And Friesland, yeah. So Poland and Venice, who are major players,
Can Denmark join the coalition,
Denmark
actually?
can join it. Denmark can join it.
Oh, maybe.
It would be
Well,
a great way to gank one of France's allies, because you'd have Poland, you, Venice, Denmark join it, and then get a few AI potentially in, because there's Friesland, Lorraine, Bohemia, Austria, and a lot of our OPMs that could join, who are probably holding off because it's not strong enough yet.
Yeah, and it's probably not going to fire on its own with Burgundy, France, and Savoy as allies to Brunswick.
The main downside to coalition is, as Switzerland, you would likely be the battleground.
At
yeah.
least,
Along with Brunswick.
And most likely I wouldn't
Well-
even be the main war goal, so I would be on the, how do you even say it? I would be counting on AI to give me provinces, but they wouldn't have to.
Well, no,
necessarily.
in coalition war, you wouldn't be able to get anything because he doesn't have any of your cores.
Yeah.
Main reason to do a player coalition is you just get all that AI manpower in, which exhausts the resources.
Okay, let's just go through the last few nations. There's Portugal that's going colonizing, but didn't really colonize anything yet. At least in Americas, only
Before
a few
we move
bits
on too
left
much,
in.
can we just discuss? France only has 22,000 troops raised, and all his forts are in the south. He is putting a lot of trust in Burgundy forts, I assume.
Yeah, but like right now, Burgundy is not going to be attacking him anytime soon.
But it
Especially
means
since they're allied.
His core land is very vulnerable, is the point I'm getting to.
Yeah, I mean, he
Once
has...
once Burgundy falls,
I mean, he's not bordering any player nation that's not allied to him at this moment.
Exactly. So he
With-
doesn't have to be
Yeah,
worried.
so he might just abandon Brunswick in a coalition war, because
That's possible, yeah.
Because if Burgundy does, then all the AI can just march through and siege down all of North France. So you have to have France and Burgundy work together in the coalition war. And I think one or both of them don't want to fight that.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on if the AI is jumping fast enough. Because you want to have a decent amount of OPMs
Well,
just to run
France
around.
may have not too many troops, but he has plenty of manpower though, so he can hire them
They're only
fast.
like 30k to be honest.
I mean, he'll have 50k plus 20k in mercs. He'll have his full force limit. But it's a question of
He actually could get enough professionalism to slacken, to be honest. Just one more general.
But again, it comes down to the question of would Burgundy and France want to defend Brunswick?
Yeah, I mean, this coalition might be an opportunity to remove Brunswick. And he's really not that strong alone, so just one coalition could just break him, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I may need to think about this possibility. Because right now he's just sniping all those OPMs.
That's how Austria died in the last campaign. Literally everyone in Europe coalitioned him.
Yeah, that's the risk you get with getting players in coalition range.
Sorry for stealing the spotlight here.
Yeah, let's just go through Italy and finish this. So actually the Italians are pretty rich, and like
they're going
Florence
money
and
investment with all of them basically going Explo except Venice.
It's Florence is not going Explo as well.
Eco? Oh, he
Pluto.
went Pluto though.
Yeah, Pluto.
I like Pluto as an idea group, but I think it's not something you'd really go first. And if you're gonna do it, I think it's best if you're doing it with the March.
What's the policy?
Strat.
Oh, not really Republican tradition. That's pretty nice for him.
I like seeing it with the spamming marches. You go quality eco, and you get like you get something like 200 to 300%.
Yeah, he has nowhere enough
something like 300%.
provinces. Yeah, he's nowhere enough provinces to even do it.
That kind of replaces quantity for you then, or it stacks aggressively with quantity, which is amazing. But with just Pluto, while it's a good idea group on its own,
I mean, Venice and Florence are allied to Hungary, actually.
But it means his military, he's either going to be locking some of that quality you would expect from quality or offensive at 4 idea groups, or he's going to be lacking significant troop numbers from not taking quantity. He's going to make more money for it, but will the money be enough to make up?
Yeah, I think it's clearly suboptimal to pick plutocratic.
But I'm all for it. I'm very happy to see it.
Yeah, I mean, he's making a lot of money.
Talking about this Venetian-Hungarian alliance, I heard that, well, Venice said that he was about to be attacked by Savoy and France, like, instead of me. But then he allied Hungary and war goal changed, war direction.
Yeah, I mean, France is super strong, but to be honest, the Eastern Bloc, there's clearly the Eastern nations
depth.
and
What
France.
France lacks is strategic depth. As I mentioned, Burgundy is the only thing between his best land in the north and full siege.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, to invade east, you have alliance blocks that force him to go through mounds, through hills, through forests, just to get to the Polish and Hungarian heartland.
Yeah, and the allies of France is Burgundy, Brunswick, and Savoy, which are all pretty weak. On the other hand, you have Poland, Hungary, Lithuania, Venice, Florence, Denmark. They are all like at least as strong as Burgundy. Even in most cases, even more.
Burgundy might actually white piece if they see that France might get defeated, but this is only a theory.
I think
also,
maybe.
And the Far East threats, the Lithuanians and the Hungarians have executed their expansion well. Lux and Muscovy have all been destroyed.
Yeah, they're not endangered from the east. That's true. There's nothing. Even Timurids are not a threat. At this point, you're the closest threat to Lithuania in Kazan.
No, I would say Timurids could probably 1v1 Lithuania just because Satya.
I mean, right now, yes, because Lithuania just got out of bankruptcy, so their income is similar. But Lithuania has finished defensive and starting economic. Timurids only have 2 in quality. I'm not that sure.
Lithuania's base idea set is also much worse. They have Landleer Shock. Timurids
still
has Landleer Shock as well, but he also is Shia now.
He switched to Shia. But actually, Orthodox Lithuania, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's expected, to be fair.
Yeah. Especially since he conquers so much land of
I am
Orthodox.
very interested to see, speaking of religion, the Protestant Revolution and how it will act in Europe with the Catholic buffs. We can see that
Yeah,
had
there's
Switzerland
already.
and Brunswick convert and Poland convert.
I think that's all
Hungary
the
went
centers of
typical
Reformation, right?
Orthodox. Yep. It will be interesting to see, will France and Burgundy convert?
I mean,
And
Poland
then-
is going Protestant to form Prussia, so they kind of need to.
Yeah. They might go Orthodox.
Later, maybe.
But will France, Burgundy, and Denmark convert?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, Denmark said that he wants to convert to Norse, if we
Yeah,
are to believe him.
That's possible.
So he'll probably not convert to Protestantism if that's the case. Stockholm, I believe, so he needs to integrate Sweden.
Yeah, and Norway as well. What else he needs? Reykjavik, he has where's Paderborn? He won't get that for
I think those are
now.
Icelandic provinces, some of them.
Yeah, Reykjavik is Iceland, but he needs one more. Yeah, he needs one more province from somewhere. He needs this one. I think this, not this one. This one? One of those. Yeah, this one or this one. So he needs to take province from. He could like buy it from Teutonic Order, to be honest.
But,
so that's.
Yeah, right.
And he needs to integrate the Sweden and Norway.
Well, maybe he'll just make a deal with someone like Teutonics for this Goldingen province.
Yeah, but he needs Sweden and Norway just 100% anyway. But yeah, Teutons would be the easiest to get, I think. And Norse is pretty good because it's basically Hindu with some.
So, if I remember correctly, its icons are worse.
You mean the gods, right?
Yeah, the god.
I don't like. I think it kind of is situational, and they don't get the Surya as well, so that's unfortunate.
They get a base 10% land and naval force limit.
Yeah, that's something.
Then you can have
Actually, yeah, let's
10% national manpower, or land layer shock, or core cost, or 5% disc with 10% national sailors, or 10% trade efficiency in goods produced, or construction costs and tech costs. So actually, a lot of those have parity. You have the construction cost,
yeah,
the
that's
trade
pretty nice.
efficiency,
Discipline kind of
and the
sucks
disc.
with sailors.
But I mean, Shakti is just 5% siege ability, which nice is generally like 1 or 2 days a tick. The 10% goods produced with the 10% trade efficiency is really good for.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good, pretty good amount of money. You can just take this one for king, make some money, and then use the cost, the construction cost reduction for the next one.
Yeah, because compare Surya gives tax instead of goods produced. The Genga gives construction costs and interest per annum. So if you have debt, it has a bonus. If you don't, Snortra? Construction cost and tech cost will save you mana. And Vishnu is missionary strength and fort defense, while you have Freya, which gives tax and manpower. Freya probably just rarely ever gets picked. It's just such a minor bonus compared to 5% disc or 10% goods produced. Landleer Shock could be an interesting pick if they. I don't know if they have something equivalent to the Brahmins that lets their change personal deity. But grab that, grab a few generals, and then switch over to your discipline.
So overall, I actually still fairly like the situation we have. So there's no. Even if there's a runaway block like in India, the Indians basically dominate Asia. I think it's pretty fair to say. But because
I think Zhejiang, or formerly Zhejiang, Heavenly Kingdom, is probably the most to watch for in Asia, just because that idea set. If Kratos wants to 1v1 any nation, let me check his force limit. like, if he has a decent 50 horse limit, he will be able to really 1v1 any nation he wants to, like uncontestedly. Like that idea set, along with being a theocracy, gives him such insane military buffs that I don't, other than maybe Japan that was theocracy and was up to date on ideas, I don't think any nation could really ever contest it.
That's true.
Nepal's ideas might be able to compete, but they're all back end. You'd have to wait till Tech 14 to see them.
Which might actually happen between. Probably will spend a lot of time in China before venturing anywhere. You guys are already kind of running out of expansion.
The Indians don't have immediately strong threats outside of Angkor. And even then, Angkor...
right now the biggest threat to you are each other.
If Bengal is worried about Angkor, he could set up a devious line of forts through the jungle that Angkor would have to siege through.
I would, if I was Bengal, I would stick with the smaller guys at this point, because the alliances in India are nice, but they're not really...
they're literally unusable.
Yeah, they're just truces.
They're a non-aggression pact.
Yeah, I think having
that's the main benefit.
Even Yunnan is better than having, because if you get Yunnan, you can also get Sichuan for your relationship slots instead of, for example, Delhi, or even actually Mewar better, because Mewar is a bit further from your borders. So you could keep
Mewar,
Delhi.
The main issue is Mewar is likely going to expand. He's definitely expanding to South India. Might expand to Timurids. That means he's going to hit GP number 5. I don't think Lithuania.
Yeah, I mean, even if he doesn't, you cannot really bet that he won't. I think it's too risky to plan your strategy with Mewar being top 6.
So you have to bet on India not being.
Oh, there's still some people watching us, by the way, surprisingly. One-Eyed King. I wonder who's that. If there's some guy from Twitch or a guy from Discord.
I see 13 viewers in the...
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Thanks guys for watching. I actually kind of regret that both England and Castile left, because I think they're still making 20 ducats, so they're
they didn't make the mistake of unconning.
Yeah,
that have a fighting chance.
Especially
it's the second Encon, that's brutal. Even if it's only 50% because he wasn't Cobel.
Oh, One-Eyed King is. Do you know about the Discord One-Eyed King? If you want, you can join maybe next week. I'm not sure if there will be any free nations, but
yeah, sadly we aren't doing player subjects anymore because player subjects are fun when you have bad people on them.
Yeah, but
and are teaching people on them, but there's so many people, when you have 70 people per session, you're just gonna have enough good players where player subjects can easily be cheesed and be very strong.
Yeah, but there will be some subs, some players to play for a session for sure.
And while we may not have direct player subjects where you have someone guaranteed to protect you, you'll probably be able to find alliance blocks which are willing to protect you.
France and Savoy are basically kind of a vassal.
Do you think that someone will actually take over England or Castile?
No, I don't think so. But it would be nice, because
it would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice, but exactly.
If Hungary and Poland allied England or Castile.
If there's a coalition against Brunswick and France decides to fight, and we have Castile in England, they might be able to recover.
Yeah, because right now
it's tough.
Both Burgundy and
both
France.
Bankrupts?
England went bankrupt, but I don't know about Castile.
I just noticed.
Yeah, England is still bankrupt. Castile is out of bankruptcy.
Went bankrupt, so England is nowhere near Tech 9. Castile is at least near Tech 9. That's probably gonna be the damning factor for England. That not having that Tech 9 anytime soon is cruel. They'll get it before the next. No, they won't. The truce ends in 1511. So England.
Yeah, I mean France is not. He would might even truce break again if there's a player. Just
I don't think you need the truce break.
That's true. That's true.
For years.
Just France and Burgundy get so much free land in England and Iberia, and without Castile or England to be an anchor for other nations to support them. I don't think there's any way other than just directly attacking France, which is no one is really in this position right now. Like Poland and Hungary can limit their expansion into HRE or Italy, but I don't think they can possibly attack France.
Yeah, so I'm looking at real quick. Without buying an advisor, England is on like a 6.5-year path to the next Miltech, and they also don't have. They don't.
Yeah,
have
but
an
like
estate
it's
to
not even a
exploit.
question about England fighting themselves because they stand no chance even if they were ahead in tech over France. It's just like if they could get naval supremacy to protect transports to like Scotland or something from Poland or Hungary or even Denmark.
I think the strait was a mistake because I called it out. What was likely going to happen is France gets across, they get one province, and England's going to be dead.
But
they
why
didn't-
did actually why did the cross make it into the mod?
We had to make the like invading England easier. I mean, France got naval supremacy. They beat England on the water, so like
Yeah,
of course,
England wasn't building heavy ships at all.
yeah. So of course, invading with transports is more difficult, but England could have prevented this. To be honest,
Yeah, but
he had like 8 heavies, and France had 17.
Back, once England loses Kent, they're basically dead.
Yeah.
France doesn't need to keep up a navy anymore.
Yep. It could have been prevented. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it
England
could have been
didn't commit to Burgundy's war because he was so confident in his navy that he didn't have compared to France.
Well, actually, he didn't have to lose Kent because he was begging Burgundy to just uncon before France takes Kent. So he won't be able to take it in the war, but Burgundy waited. I don't know why. Maybe because he was pissed.
Probably
maybe
he made the deal with France beforehand, and that's why
maybe
he's French's
yeah.
ally.
But either way, the
Yeah, I
moment
mean-
France took
Because
Kent,
look
it was
how
over.
untouched Burgundy is. Like he lost 2 provinces.
Yeah, they like England and Burgundy both kept backstabbing each other in a way. Like maybe not directly, but by not putting enough effort into helping each other, which also goes.
During the First War, Burgundy took quite a bit of effort, I think.
Yeah, but he was fighting for like his survival, but England didn't commit at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and Castile was trying, but he was like they couldn't
Trying.
figure out. Yeah, he couldn't figure out transports for some reason. He also got some bad luck with like assaulting a fort and failing with 15k infantry or something.
Congratulations to the
Navarra at the
Ottomans.
first
They
place.
still exist.
Once again.
I said congratulations to the Ottomans. They still exist.
Oh yeah, I guess so. So no room still.
Maybe Holo can take over his nation again.
Good point.
I mean, you have Kazan as an ally. Best comeback 2020. You're not
Yeah,
completely abandoned.
I guess I just hope that France doesn't get to sit and eat Iberia and even parts of England for the next 100 years.
But he will probably.
Yeah, but actually,
the likely outcome is that unless France gets ganked soon, they're gonna just eat all of Iberia. They
to
might
be
split
fair,
Iberia with
Hungary
Portugal.
and Lithuania will be able to expand quite freely as well. So maybe. Actually, Poland would probably need to kill Brunswick. So maybe the coalition is going to happen eventually.
I'd
Yeah,
like to see
because
it
right
happen.
now they have no expansion routes.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see it happen. I think it's the best method they currently have of breaking up one of France's alliance.
We're just gonna coalition Brunswick for the content.
Yeah, that's the
I
idea.
mean-
That's the stuff.
I mean, the Austria coalition last campaign was a meme. This coalition could be a nice meme.
But really, the only question is how much France would commit to this kind of a war. Because if
Yeah.
they would commit 100%, it's over.
But committing 100%
No,
is
I
think
think-
delaying France.
Let's
Like,
see, like, Hungary and Poland would be in it. And Hungary has 70,000 force limit.
How would
Poland
Hungary
has
join the
50,000.
coalition? They don't have -50 aggressive expansion,
They have
right?
48. Oh, they're at 46. Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, if a player declares, they can call their allies in.
That's true. And
That's
they're
actually,
not
I
great
believe, how
powers.
we fucked over. I can't remember who it was last campaign, but we did something where we had Muscovy join the coalition. even
And
though
at that point,
Muscovy
like,
was too far away.
the Italians could declare war on Savoy.
Well, Venice can join the coalition. He doesn't need to.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
Florence
just,
and
you get
Pope.
someone. If you want the rest of the Italians in, you just need someone who's allied to Hungary, Florence, and Pope. There's probably
Yeah,
one
that would be
person.
legal.
Isn't the Pope also allied to France?
Pope's
He
allied to
is,
France.
but he's probably closer to Italians than.
So
Yeah,
you'd have
maybe.
something like you'd have Poland declare and call Hungary and Lithuania in. And that would be a
Yeah.
coalition that France just cannot beat. There's just too many troops,
At
especially
least
the
not
AI
like with reasonable effort. And if like
you'd have to organize it so that Brunswick doesn't react and declare a preemptive war. But even then, you'd
Well,
have to
talking
catch
about it on stream probably isn't the good
you
organization.
think like
You really think these players are gonna watch
Yeah.
the VOD?
yeah, I don't like. I
Maybe
think
you're
it's
right.
it's pretty much secret at this point.
If
Yeah, but
anyone's noticed the coalition aspect, it should be slaying. And if anything's slaying, thinking about how to kill France with it.
Maybe, well, it will all turn out the next session. We'll have to see.
Because a great way would be get France to join the war, Burgundy white pieces out, and let France burn.
yeah, but the problem is that France then could white piece out and kill Burgundy.
Well, no, if a player declared it, France couldn't white piece out. The thing is, Brunswick could uncon.
Yeah, but at this point,
Oh,
like,
sure.
I think it's more beneficial for France to keep Burgundy if they stay as a somewhat loyal ally. Because France cannot core Iberia, England, and Burgundy at once. Like, unless they get 200 years, or well, 100.
We're not at absolutism yet, boys. No
Yep.
world conquest.
Okay, GG. It's been a long discussion as always.
Yeah, GG.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next week.
Final
GG
question.
once again.
Do you think Majapat, who was gone this entire session, survives next session without protection?
No, I don't think so.
And this is, folks, is why you don't ghost the campaign.
Yep.
Have a good evening.
See ya.